Stephen, Spurs were your first club. You were there for 6 years. You left 12 years ago, but I know it's a club that still has a very special place in your heart.
I think going over to any club, a young man, you're warm to that team. I wouldn't have been a Tottenham supporter when I was a kid, but I definitely am now. 6 years, great years at the club, a fantastic setup. And it was nice, actually. I was back there a couple of years ago, and to see that a lot of the staff were still there, like people like the chef and news reporters were still at the club, considering they've moved on so much since I've been there. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, we're going to see them in action tonight. Richie, Spurs going really well in the Premier League, but why has this been a struggle for them, the Champions League?
I think they're going really well in the Premier League because you look at the players they've got. They've the World Cup winning captain in goal, the Golden Boot winner from the World Cup up front. They're the best collection of players they've had in a long time, and I think they've probably got the highest rated manager that they probably ever had. Why they're not going so well in Europe, I'm not as critical of them as some people are. People are using words like crisis, and the word embarrassing was thrown at the manager the other day in a press conference. They were outplayed by Barcelona, and Messi in particular ran the show. Every team would have suffered against a Barcelona performance that night, and I think the majority of the game against Inter Milan away, they were comfortable. And the game against PSV a few weeks ago, we're going to see action from it now. I think the key moments went against them. The overall performance was very good. It's individual errors that Lloris in particular has come out and said they need to cut out. This being an example of them. Alderweireld just delayed on the ball a little bit too long. Lozano got in and robbed it off. But even that finish, it was a freak finish which wouldn't happen at all. And this, I think the officials let them down. Sanchez scores what to me is a legitimate goal. Kane is in an offside position, but there's no argument that he's interfering with play or obstructing the goalkeeper. So I don't think that decision went the right way, and obviously went against Tottenham. They created goal-scoring opportunities, so they can't look at this campaign and wonder why they're not troubling teams or opening up teams on a couple of occasions, this being a really good example. Kane with a header from 4 yards. They'll come away wondering how they didn't score. And moments like this, it's a rash challenge from Lloris. He's correctly sent off, but they spend the last few moments of the game with a man less and concede late on. So late goals, the concession of late goals has cost them, but their overall performance has been good. And did you put a 10% chance that they'll qualify? There is still a chance, but they need to win tonight.
Do you think they've been unlucky in the campaign so far, Steve?
I'd have to agree with you. I think they have been unlucky. I think they have, I said, Barcelona aside, which I think most people would agree. Inter Milan, I think they performed to a high level and just let themselves down towards the end. And in the PSG game, they should have put it to bed. And like what you said, individual errors have cost them. Like Alderweireld, giving the ball away in a bad position, Lloris getting sent off. Experienced players that should know better in those situations have cost them. So that's been an issue. But you know, overall, I think they've performed well, and they should have a higher than 10% chance of going through at this stage. But you know, that's how they find themselves.
Well, first things first, they've got to do their stuff this evening to keep alive the hopes of making it to the last 16.